What up, what up? We back, baby. We back. Here. I said we back. ATruckerNamedJay checking in, man. Shout out to the people watching on the replay. I changed the title, man, because I want to change up what I'm going to talk about now. So, let's see if we can, how many people we can get in here. If you're watching on the replay, man, make sure to hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, man, so you can be in my live feeds. People be talking about, oh, I finally caught you in the live. You catch all of them if you hit the bell. You heard me. I said you catch all of them if you hit the bell. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see how many people we get in here. It's all good. You know, we'll rock out with 7 people if we need to. Take it back old school. I used to, when I first started doing YouTube, I would rock out with like 5 people in there, man. Well, I would do videos and my views would only get, that's the thing I would say about, I'm so proud of myself, man. I don't feel like I've changed. I feel like the Jay you get now is the same Jay you was getting when I was only getting 200 views on videos or 20 views, you know what I mean? Talking to my phone in the dark. You feel what I'm saying? But what I want to talk about, kind of follow up what we was already discussing on the previous live feed, is like, I'm thinking about, again, I'm like 60 to 80% sure I'm gonna buy this truck, and I just, you know what I mean? Well, you changed up the topic, but I missed the other bit. Hey, you just gonna have to catch the replay, Matthew. Y'all ain't showing no love. Hit the like button. You know what I mean? What up, Corey? I see you. Yo, Jay, pause. But how long did it take your locks to get that long? You ain't gotta pause that, bro. It'll be 3 years in January. I've been growing my shit for 3 years. I don't know if that light ain't gonna help. But I've been growing my shit for 3 years. Yep, I started in January of 2018. So, same time as my son. My wife's been growing hers for 4 years. So we all locked out, you know what I mean? Lock gang in it. What does VL let you write off as a 1099? It ain't got nothing. What you write off as a 1099 company drive ain't got nothing to do with VL, man. That's between you and Uncle Sam. VL ain't got shit to do with that. You know, again, I'm done with trying to give out tax information. I'm not trying to be a dick. I recommend you reaching out to a CPA for like a free consultation or some shit like that. Or try to find someone. They kill me when I try to get into the whole tax bill. But it's shit that you can write off, man. It's a lot of 1099 jobs out here. It's a lot of drivers that's making a lot of money with these 1099 jobs. So make no mistake, there is money to be made. Money to be made and shit to be wrote off. Just walk in the office and slam the cash down on his desk. Huh? I don't know what that means. What's your favorite poison to drink? Favorite poison. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was a Crown Apple guy for a long time. Crown Royal Apple. But the two poisons, as you put it, that I've been introduced to in the last year that I like a lot was the Crown Royal Peach. And I just tried that that Michael Jordan tequila for the first time at my gender reveal. That shit is alright, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. Man. It's now, mind you, it's like $140 for a fifth. So, you know, that's kind of pricey. But, you know, we truck drivers, man. We big money owner operator. That's what they say, right? Nah, but yeah, that's what I've been drinking on of recent. Crown Apple, that's a headache for me. Can't handle that. It's not that bad, man. You just, you know, I've been drinking. You know, I come from a Southern family background, so liquor is like a family tradition for us. You know what I mean? Corn liquor, moonshine. You know what I mean? Whiskey, cognac. You know what I mean? Probably finishing my 30-minute break. I see you, No Hippie. Salute. Oh, for the truck. Yeah, so I'm thinking about buying this truck, man. I told y'all I'm about 60 to 80% convinced that I'm going to buy this truck, man. And I'm going to tell you why. I see no reason why not. I come from Texas, so yeah, I already know how y'all get down out there. Like I don't see no reason why not, honestly, man. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be a dick to the old school owner operators. Here's the thing, okay? I understand that this isn't the best financial deal long term, okay? I understand that if I pay this truck off, that I'll probably pay this truck. I'll probably pay for this truck like twice over with a little interest. I understand that. I understand that there are a bunch of different options, of other, like an onslaught of other options to go about purchasing a truck. However, as I put together a business plan with me and my, I guess you could call her my business assistant, aka my mom, trying to keep it in family, but I just like it's just you know what I mean, like it's the overhead to get this truck was nothing, you know what I mean. So everything from this point forward, from the time that I got this truck until the time that I pay it off, I'm gonna always be to the good, you know. And if I'm being honest, I've been trying to refrain from saying this publicly because I just don't want to be that guy. You know, again, I don't want to be braggadocious. I don't want to be that, you know, that cocky nigga. But if I'm being honest, and I've done a lot of research, I've done a lot of job hopping, I've done a lot of, you know, a lot. I'm not seeing too many other lease purchases better than VL Trucking. I just don't. Only situation I can see is maybe Prime. But Prime is very expensive. And that's not a shot at Prime. Salute to Prime. Prime is a great company, but their lease is very expensive. I mean, it's the truth. But to that defense, Prime putting you in brand new trucks, whereas here at VL, not so much. You know what I mean? This is 2017. It had 400,000 miles. Well, it had like 380,000 miles in it when I got in it. But the thing I like about this lease purchase is, I mean, for all intents and purposes, man, I'm an owner. I'm an owner operator. I'm responsible for all. The thing about VL's lease that I'll say that's different from like Prime or the other leases that I've seen is you definitely got to have more upfront money with VL. You definitely got to have upfront money with VL, because if that bitch break, you are responsible for maintenance. And who knows, man, you never know what can, like, granted, will they help their drivers with maintenance? From what I've seen. Oh my God, I'm about to die. Hold on right quick, y'all. Oh, baby. Damn, I ain't know we got lumpers here. Hold on right quick, y'all. Bear with me one moment. Bear with me one moment. Alright, we back. We back. Gotta wait for my dispatcher to I gotta get a lumper fee. Alright, so basically what's about to happen is I got a lumper fee that's for like $214, so he gonna give me the lumper fee. When he texts me the lumper fee back, then I'm gonna call him back with the express code, and then so you know that would be the only time I'll get off the live feed. But until then, I'm just gonna rock out, whatever. Let me get to these comments. What up, Time to Shine? You know the vibes, baby. Money team. It's best to have your own. Besides the obvious, what keeps you behind the wheel? What keeps you behind the wheel? Poverty, meaning, legacy. You know, just the the opportunity, you know what I mean, to do something that I didn't think was possible without a college degree or some type of special situation, you know what I mean. And that's what I was kind of talking about earlier about, you know, as being an owner-operated worth. I think it's 100% worth it for all the reasons besides money, you know what I mean. That's what keeps me behind the wheel, man. Knowing the type of start that I had to my adulthood versus the type of start I would like my son to have. You know, just the opportunities he will have because of me being behind the wheel. You know what I mean? That definitely keeps me behind the wheel. Use that shit as a tool, and if you pay it off, so be. If other options, some are better than time, and I think what's on enough said. VL is better. Check out E. Garrison. Cash, brother, is the best business plan. I would, yeah, I feel that. Brand new don't mean better. Get what works for you. You trying to do it, fuck it. Drinking, let's get into it tonight. Bro, we lose. Be smooth. Yeah, I'm sure Be Smooth in here somewhere. Listen to self. If you really think it's a good move for you and yours, go for enough said. I can talk stuff about a lot of stuff, but you know what works for it. That's a fact. But yeah, man, like I was saying, like, I think that VL, from what I've seen, man, I think it's the best lease purchase out here, honestly. The two big negative things about VL trucking, as far as all lease purchases go, again, is just the fact that the maintenance part of it, as well as the price of the truck. But then again, all lease purchases, you're pretty much paying damn near double what the truck is worth. What you got to understand is that it's because you don't have, some people would say that if you don't have the upfront money to start a business, or if you don't have the upfront money to go to a dealership and do it the traditional way, that you don't deserve an opportunity to own a truck or lease a truck. You know, that lease operator opens the door for a bunch of inexperienced, undeserving people to make the type of money that should only be reserved for people who have put in the time and effort and energy, 5 years, 10 years in this industry. And I can understand that to a certain extent, but overall, I think that's a huge crock of bullshit. I think that business is business, man. Business is business. And if you look at it if you put your pride to the side, if you put your opinions and your preference to the side, and you just look at the business of it, we are basically coming into a business that is going to net us $3,000 to $4,000 average weekly with zero upfront capital. Where else we doing that besides the street? Well, somebody tell me, where else you doing that at? Please let me know. Where else can you go with the right amount of experience and go from being an employee to an owner of a business making $3,000 to $4,000 average with zero money up front? Zero money down anyways. Now, should you have money put to the side for mechanical shit? 100%. But where else you gonna go and do this? What industry? Please let me know. You know what I mean? So with that in mind, booting. What is booting? I don't know what booting is. You know, with that in mind, man, I just towing. Okay, towing. I didn't know towing make that kind of money. Look, I'm learning something every day. But with that in mind, man, I don't know, man. I just think it's a no-brainer for me, for my situation. You know what I mean? I'm really strongly considering buying this truck, man. I don't see any, you know, besides, you know, I don't know. I mean, what can happen to me? Here's what I want to know. What could happen to me in this lease purchase that wouldn't happen to me if I went to a dealership? As long as I got $15,000 to $25,000 in a maintenance account, what can happen to me in this truck, in this situation, that wouldn't happen to me in another truck. I'll wait. And then back to that comparison with VL and Prime. Yes, Prime is putting you in newer trucks, but Prime isn't, from my understanding, isn't paying you as much as VL is paying you, as well as it was something else about Prime. Do Prime drivers get rate cons? Any Prime drivers in? No hippie. You guys get rate cons?
Oh my God, I'm about to die.
Probably ain't nobody. Oh, y'all still in? Oh, no, y'all gone. Damn, they left. Oh, man. Everybody left. Oh, well, I'll rock out with 6 people. I don't care. Yeah, my bad, folks. I trying to get this lumper situation taken care of, man. People calling me and shit like that, so I apologize, but I'm back. I'm back. Shout out to y'all for still rocking with me, man. Business never stops. You know how it is, man. Let me get caught up. Jay, don't say you're going to finish that lease. You can bail out after 6 months. I mean, but bail out and do what, though? Like, I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. Like, without giving away too much, man, putting together this business plan, man, VL is very much included in this business plan I'm putting together, man. I just, you know what I mean? I've seen what other people have done at other companies, in partnership with those companies and through those companies, and I feel like it's something that I could potentially do here. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, nothing is concrete right now. It's all in just like it's just all drawing board shit. Jesus Christ, that's a long ass number. All right, hold on, y'all. I gotta give me like 5 minutes. I gotta call and give them. All right, we back. I apologize, people. Again, business always come first, man. You know what I mean? Got to handle the business, man. We truck drivers first, you feel me? YouTube is secondary. I'm not fortunate enough like some other YouTubers where YouTube comes before trucking. So I got to take care of business. Then I can come here and do my hobby, which is YouTube. So appreciate y'all for rocking with me. We still got, what, 14 people in here. So we're going to get back to the business, man. Let me read some of these comments. And let's go. Where we left off at. Blah. Youngin been watching. And you came a long way right now from outside looking in. It looks like you following your course and not others. Do your thing. I appreciate, honestly, silence and secrecy. You have no idea how accurate that is. Without going into too much detail, man. It's something about following the tune to your own, the beat of your own drum, that just, it's just different, man. And it's not to be disrespectful, or it's not that you don't believe in anybody. It's not that you don't trust anybody else. But if anything, the people that teach you and mentor you, I feel like what I'm doing now is what they have taught me or trained me for. You know what I mean? I tell my mom all the time, like, Mom, you didn't raise me for you to have to still be able to need to help me. You know what I mean? You didn't raise me for me to be dependent on you my whole life. Give me an opportunity to, be a man. Give me an opportunity to do what you raised me to do. You know what I mean? And I think I'm finally in a point in my life, a little late, but whatever. I'm going into my 30s that, I believe in Jay and no one else. I don't need confirmation anymore. It's nice to converge with people, to get ideas and opinions, because that's just networking. You never want to cut off networking. You'd be an idiot not to network and receive and take and things like that. But just to be able to just wake up every morning, look yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what, I'm doing this because Jay said this shit, not because nobody else, but Jay. That means something to me. And that goes back to what I was talking about in the other live feed earlier about, being an owner operator for me had really nothing to do with the money. and everything to do with the opportunity, the responsibility, the freedom that makes me better. You know what I mean? It makes me function better. It makes me think more. It pushes me. You know, and for me, I need that. You know what I mean? Just as much as a fish needs water, I need to have something to lock onto. You know what I mean? So yeah, but appreciate that silence and secrecy. How does it work with your fam though? That's what I would worry about. I got a kid on the way, and I don't want to have to stay out 6 weeks just to afford 3 days off. You know, I don't have to stay out long. I mean, I was talking about in the other live feed. I'm discovering I'm getting paid more on these shorter runs. I mean, the load I did from Ohio, I came from Cali on a $6,100 load to Ohio, cool, but that was really only like $2, and I think it was like $2.30. I can't remember. It was $2 and something. But from Ohio up into Chicago, I think that was like 300 miles for like $1,100. I think that was 1,100 or 1,600. No, it was $1,100. You know, 300 something miles. You know what I mean? So that was like $3 a mile. This load I did from Wisconsin down to where I'm at in Virginia, this shit was like altogether. I'm gonna tell you what happened. It could have been 700 to 800 miles, but because I took the long way, like it wanted me to go to 70 all the way to 76 through the PA Turnpike, but for those who don't know, the PA Turnpike is expensive as fuck. So I took the long way. I think I came down 65 to 70 to 75 to 35, Highway 35, to cut through West Virginia to 64, from 64 all the way to I rode 64 all the way to 295, and then got off on 460, and that's where I'm at now. So it added miles, but even with adding, I think altogether it was like 1,000 something miles. The load paid $2,600, so I still did like $2.65 a mile, and that's with adding extra miles to avoid the tolls. Now I probably could have made more cents per mile if I would have went the shorter way, but I would have came out on the tolls. But $265 for that, and then I'm gonna drive like 80 miles home. Not even 80 miles. I think I'm like 70 miles from the crib. An hour and a half from home. And then Sunday morning, I'm picking up a load out of Newport News, which is my hometown, going up to like New Holland, PA. And I think that load is going, it's like from Newport News to PA, it's like 291 miles or some shit like that, up 95, and that load is paying me like $1,100. I think it's like, if you include the miles from here to home and then it's like $2.90 something cent a mile. But if you don't include, I don't include it because I'm going home for a 34. So if you just include from Newport News to PA, low paying like over $3 a mile. So it's just like, you know, again, to what he was saying about staying out for 6 weeks, I don't have to stay out for that. I can run 2 to 3 weeks and go home for 3 to 4 days, you know what I mean? So, or you know, so my family's fine with that. My wife's fine with it. We talked. That's another big difference between me with this lease and my previous lease. My wife is like my business partner. You know what I mean? Like a lot of stuff that I would go outside to other people for, now it's just an internal conversation with me and my wife, you know, and that's something that I had to learn to respect my wife's opinion and understand that we are a team. We're married. You know what I mean? What's for me is for her. So a lot of these situations, like, hey, babe, what you think? You know, I'm thinking about this, 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 and this. She'll say yay and nay. But do you think you should do that? Like a lot of business meetings I have with my wife. You know what I mean? She my VP. She my, you know what I mean? She my lieutenant. You know what I mean? She rocking with me. You know what I mean? So she's perfectly fine. When I told her that I was gonna run 4 weeks out, a week home at a time, she said she was cool with me doing that for at least another 2 to 3 years. So I can imagine if I'm running, you know, out 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm sure she can rock with that just as long, if not longer. You know what I mean? Because I'm being home more frequently. So yeah, that answers that question. 1,300 average at Prime per week pay. That's how much Prime drivers was making, $1,300 solo. Damn, your payments would be cheaper if you go through a bank. Yeah, it would. It would. Bank or credit union, it probably would. He will be back just talking people. No formal rate cons. Oh, you talk. Okay. You the prom. So prom don't get rate cons. Oh, so that's wow. That's okay. I didn't know that. Damn. So they paying y'all percentage without giving y'all the rate cons at prom. That's kind of crazy. So that's tough, man. You know. I mean, I'm not knocking it. It's just I could see how, you know, that could be a situation where, you know, they could just be telling you anything. I don't assume that they are, because again, I know way too many people that have found success at prom. I don't think that prom is doing anything shady. But that is interesting, like, because you would like, I would assume that you would like to know what you're getting a percentage of to prove that, you know what I mean? Like, I get all my rate cons here, and, you know, I do, so I can do the math and all that. Like, okay, boom, okay, this is, you know, if I get a rate con that says 1,500, you know, I already know, okay, out of that 1,500, I got to take 20% out of that, and that's what I'm making. You know what I mean? So I thought that's something that everybody, I knew I didn't get that at Swift, because, but I was cents per mile at Swift, so it wouldn't be necessary. You know what I mean? If Swift handed out rate cons, they probably wouldn't be able to get no freight move, because motherfucker be like, wait a minute, I'm driving 1,000 miles. And I'm gonna make $1,300, but this load paying $4,500. You know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't get no freight move if they did that at Swift. Let this man do what works for in this situation. We all can say do facts. Banks aren't always cheaper in my truck. What did I say? Oh, while at Prime was cheaper than a lot of banks, maybe not credit union. Jay needs a separate recording device. I had 2 phones at one point, but I turned that phone in to get my wife a new iPhone. I'm gonna get another one though. Can Jay stack for another truck in or about 6 months? I can get another truck in about 3 months if I wanted to, but it's just no need. We balling over here. I'm taking home over 5,000 this week. Yeah, that can be done here. I mean, but you know, granted, that is of course, you know, probably because if a trip falls into the next pay period, you know what I mean? You're not just doing that off of 7 days. I would nah. The most I've made straight just off of 7 days was probably like 3,800. 3,800, yeah. What's going on, Big Sean? I'm sorry if I'm behind on the comments. I'm getting caught up right now, y'all. What's the real reason you didn't go to college? It's obvious you're capable of getting a degree. I'm not saying that's the only way to go, but you can go a lot further in a short amount of time. When I went to college when I was 19, my attention span was even shorter than what it is now. And I really didn't have no path on what I wanted to do in life, so I was just wasting time. I just went there and wasted money, you know, and I was paying for it. I didn't have the privilege of getting grants or scholarships, not because I wasn't capable, because I was just lazy. I was always lazy in high school. More than capable of doing the work, I just never did homework, you know what I mean? So when I went to college, I just had, like, from the time I was young to now, I've had issues with struggling to focus. So I was 19, man. I had just got a car. It just was like, I don't know, man. I just couldn't find a reason. I think if I would have went to a traditional college, then I probably would have stayed. But because I was at a community college, Thomas Nelson, and going home every day, it just, you know, it got to a point, I was like, man, what am I doing? You know, I just want to make money. And I just started working from that point versus trying to get a degree. Even if I was to go back to college now, I don't even know. Maybe I would get some. I would probably take. I do plan on taking some business classes, for sure. I don't know. I'll get enough to get an actual 4-year degree, maybe a associate's degree. But nah, man. I just, you know, I wasn't focused. I wasn't locked in. I was very undisciplined, very inconsistent. Even more so than I have been recently. So I just, you know, it just wasn't something that interested me at the time, and back then, man, at 19, 20, you had to keep my interest to keep me interested. I mean, like, did you just, God, dog, the Lakers beat the dogs smack out of them boys. Oh well, Nuggets. Moving on, I think VL truck and lease is great. I just don't think people should do it for the full term. 1 or 2 years max, and go buy your own truck, in my opinion. What do y'all think? I think that sounds, I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad opinion. I can understand why you would think that. I know a couple of people who are here that are leasing that are feeling that way. I just think, again, nothing is set in stone for me right now, you know. But as of right now, I just don't see a reason why I wouldn't pay this truck off. You know what I mean? Especially, again, it just depends on the business plan that I have, and yeah, it just depends on the business plan that I decide to go with, move forward with. You know, a matter of, do I, like, you know, I don't want to give away too much information. I just can't do it. What's up, Josh? I see you. What's good, Sean Banks and ATruckerNamedJay? I'm thinking of VL Leasing. I've been working here for 1 month now. As long as I'm averaging 35 weekly, is that realistic, Sean? I wouldn't say 35. I would say probably closer to 3. 35, you're doing some running. You know what I mean? You're probably doing some running. I would say 3,000 is more realistic on a weekly basis. My dispatcher makes sure all his drivers are doing probably 6 to 65, and that a lot of that depends on the market as well. If the market is shit, then you ain't making no money. You know what I mean? It don't matter how hard you run. But 35 is a high expectation. It's very possible. I did it my first month. You know, I made 14 grand net, which averaged to $3,500 a week. But I ran like a dog. So I ran like a fucking dog, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. So just you know, be careful what you ask for. That's all I can. That's the best advice I can give you with that. Be careful what you ask for. From what I see, you have the potential to elevate yourself in the corporate world because of your personality and your train of thought. I appreciate that, Texas, mate. I'm seeing your growth. Keep it going. Now it seems like you're running your race and not others. Watch you make crazy decisions because others doing it. Just saying truth. I mean, you know, it's the truth. I mean, like you say, I mean, you know, I'll say that I've always done what I thought was best for me at the time that I did it. But sometimes I thought what was best for me, what was best for the others. You know what I mean? Meaning that if it worked for them, it must work for me. And it's nothing wrong with that thought process because everybody's trying to be somebody. Like, make no mistake about it. Everybody is trying to emulate someone, whether you want to admit it or not. Your father, your uncle, whatever. But I think that what I have learned is that I'm not trying to be D-Raj. I'm not trying to be Trucker Brown. I'm not trying to be LaShawn. I'm not trying to be Ghost. However, I am fortunate enough to have access to these gentlemen to be able to take from them, take bits and pieces from them to put together of the puzzle that is Jay. You know what I mean? So, you know, I misused that in the beginning. You know what I mean? Because I was honestly, before trucking, I really wasn't exposed to a lot of successful black males. You know, maybe my other best friend Wayne, and you know, a lot of the males in my family, they're workers. You know, so there's nothing wrong with that. But that just wasn't. I just always knew that wasn't me. So it's like you respect it, you love it, them for that, but you just, you know, know that that's not you. So I couldn't really relate to, you know, their thing is go to work, hit the clock, and just work. And again, respectable, and that's cool, but they come from a different time. You know what I mean? In this day and age, man, the worker is just always getting the short end of the stick. I mean, look at politics. You know, it's an election year. Everybody talking about this candidate and all that. It don't matter. If you're in the working middle class, it don't matter who you vote for. Both of them gonna screw you. The Democrats just gonna buy you a drink first. You know what I mean? That's just how I look at it. You know what I mean? So I'm just, you know, what do I know? All right, ATruckerNamedJay, you have a good night, brother. Be safe out there. You as well, Texas made. Do they let you pick a new truck for lease purchase? You pick what out of what they have available. So right now, well, when I came, it was a bunch of these Freightliners that I found out all came from Martin. Well, Truck Country by way of Martin. But my understanding now is I think they may have some Freightliners left, but they have Volvos. But I think the Volvos are for team. So you have to pick out of what they have available. It's not like a Prime, Swift, Stevens where they have a contract or a partnership with a dealership, so they got a bunch of brand new trucks lined up. It's not like that. You have to pick out of what they have available. But again, I've been in this truck so far now for 3 months, and I've replaced a what was that, air valve or whatever the fuck that shit was called on the let me see, hold on. I replaced a quick release valve. I still got that paperwork. I need to turn that into my mom's. I replaced a quick release valve. This was, how long ago was this? That's crazy how this just was sitting there, right? This was August 12th. So I replaced the quick release valve on August 12th. That cost me a total of $200. And then I just replaced, posted that check engine light that came on. That was a NOx sensor inlet, along with some other small shit. But that came up to a total of $694. So $694 plus the 200, 800, so $900. So in the last 3 months, this truck has had, I've spent $900 worth of work on this truck in the last 3 months. Compared to what I've made, I mean, man, it's hand over fist. I mean, the APU had issues. That was like $300, but I was a company driver, so the company paid that shit then. But you know, I mean, these trucks to me aren't in, you know, I just don't think they're in bad condition. I just don't, you know what I mean? So that's my opinion, though. Some people may feel differently. Here we go. What did I say? Do not live. Oh, appreciate the info, bro. Serious question. Do you ever think of going back company because company pay averaged out to around 16 to 19 weekly? Nah, I just did a whole live feed about that maybe an hour ago. You can check the replay on that. It's not about the money to me as far as being an owner operator. It's about the freedom. It's about the opportunity. It's about the leverage. So yeah, you gotta rewatch that live feed. I just went over that. Jay, you have to put VL on the you have put VL on the map from a YouTube standpoint. I guess, you know what I mean, it's definitely, you know, I do think that nobody was really talking about this company like that besides Debbie Deb, aka Skim D, before I started making my videos. But you know, it's cool, man. Somebody would eventually started talking about it. It's trucking. I don't think that I'm nobody special that put a company on the map or nothing like that, man. At the end of the day, quality sells. That's just quality sales, you know what I mean? So if it's good, it's good, you know. And my main thing was, as much as I have come up here and talked about all the bad situations that I have experienced in trucking, I had to come up here and share, you know, this great opportunity that I've been doing for 3 months now. These 3 months have flown by, man. It don't even feel like it's been 3 months. I feel like it's been 3 weeks. And I just look forward to continue to build with this company. You know, and shout out to shout out to Vic, the operations manager. Shout out to Richie, dispatch manager, Blago, the maintenance manager, Elena, and recruiting, the little safety, the logs girl that call me every day if I mess something up on my logs. Shout out to the team. Shout out to my dispatcher who will remain nameless. I can't give away with this, man. Shout out to them, man. They taking care of your boy, man. And granted, let me make no mistake about it. It's no special treatment. It's just, you know, I do what I do what they ask, man. These Eastern European, I believe they're from, but they're about their money, man. They are about their money. Like that is one thing. Call it what you want. Some people have to get used to their bluntness. You know, it comes off as rude. But if you can get past that, they about that money. So you gonna make money. Period. Like that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about trying to put them on the map. This shit sell itself. You know what I mean? I'm like Frank Lucas, man. It's pure coke. It's pure coke. It's selling itself. You know what I mean? All the people that have come here that I've continuously talked to, they're all happy. They're all happy. You know what I mean? You see them in here in the YouTube live feeds that I do. I don't have multiple accounts. Those aren't fake accounts that I have created that I got my wife commenting on fake accounts to say Satan. Nah, those are real people who I've had interactions with on either via in person or on email or whatever, and they're really here and they're really making money and they're really satisfied with what they're doing. So it's selling itself, man. I think that's more so speaks to the type of company VL is versus me. You know what I mean? Started doing some work yourself to save a few dollars. Oh, okay. I think you're talking about the trucks here aren't too bad. Aren't bad at all. Aren't bad at all. Because at the end of the day, like, what you got to realize is when you come here, like, if I wouldn't have leased this truck, this still would have been a company truck. So VL aren't bringing, they're not bringing on shit trucks because if you don't lease them, like the thing with VL's trucks is if you come on as a company driver, then they'll put you in the truck. But if you just say you want to lease that truck, then they'll be glad to lease it to you. But originally, these trucks were bought with the intention on being company trucks. So they're not just gonna, buy trucks to be shit. I would assume not. I don't think they got money to throw away like that. What's going on, Luke? Let's see. What kind of GPS you're using? I use Google Maps. Between Google Maps and Trucker's Path. I like Google Maps because Google Maps tell you about traffic. Google Maps tell you about speed traps. Google Maps tell you about construction. In combination with Trucker's Path, Trucker's Path allows me to put in the type of hazmat load that I have. It's actually a feature I didn't know about until recently, where you can just you can route from here to here. You can put the height of your truck, the weight, the width, all that, and put it in there. And then you can put what type of hazmat you have, and it'll route you around just like the hazmat routes. So the combination of both of those, which are on my phone. I don't have a trucker GPS. I don't plan on buying a trucker GPS because with the way I've been using, it's fine. I have between those two and the common sense to watch and read signs and just look out for no truck signs or height signs and shit like that. I've been doing just fine with that. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you not to buy a nice $600, $700 trucker GPS, but I don't feel like it's necessary, honestly. And worst come to worst, I'll just pull out the Atlas. You scared? Scared of what? In my opinion, the best GPS are the new and the old Garmin GPS. Okay. I'm at 400,000 miles, and I think that's not bad to start leasing. I don't think it's bad at all either, man. Especially because a lot of people that I talk to with these Freightliners say that if you I'm at 400 miles. What did I say? Oh yeah. A lot of people that I've talked to with these Freightliners, man, if you take care of them, and that's why I did the back, the truck facts, if you will, on my truck, and found out the history on it, found out it was a Martin truck and how it was maintained pretty well. But these trucks, really should last until about 600, 700,000 miles before you start having major problems. Another good thing about this truck is that it hasn't been idle a lot. So it has 400,000 miles, but a lot of that it's been damn near no idle time because I had to turn off the anti-idle shit when I got in it. You know what I mean? So up until 400,000 miles, it had not idle. It had the idle where it cut off after 5 minutes. That's a big deal because when you idle your truck, if you're not idling it on the cruise control joint, which I can't do it on this truck, it won't let me idle high. You can, that leads to DPF filter problems, and that soot builds up and all that bullshit. So, I plan on keeping my keeping my APU fixed and keeping it good to where I don't have to, unless it's super cold or super hot, I don't plan on idling this truck at all. And I think that's another benefit to this truck because, idling can kill your truck, especially these emissions truck, man. It can kill it, so that's definitely a plus, with this truck. I don't know if all of them are like that, but bro, you're not dumb like everyone make you seem. You appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. I mean, man, people gonna say what they gonna say, man. It is what it is. I'm done trying to mold people's opinion about me. Just be honest with you, man. I spent a lot of time and energy on trying to convince people to like me or convince people to be on my side or whatever. Man, I just get tired of it, man. Feel how you feel. That's just, you know what I mean? You want to do a video about me, you want to throw a subliminal at me, you want to, whatever it is, hey, do it, man. I spent a lot of time and energy on that, and right now my focus is me. So I'm focused on me, they focused on me, everybody focused on me. It's cool, man. It's cool. Just use your points to buy a GPS. That's what I did. I don't want one though. I really don't want one. How's the diet journey been going? Just been maintaining. I haven't been losing, haven't been gaining, just maintaining where I've been really for the last month, really. Kind of been slacking, to be honest with you, if I'm being 100% honest. Just been slacking, you know. I haven't been following my 1 meal a day like I had been doing. I've been slacking, but I haven't gained a lot of weight back either. You know, I'm kind of just, you know, so I need to get back on it. I really do. But I have been taking my medicine. That's a big thing for me that I haven't been doing in past years, is I hadn't been taking my medicine, which was leading to my random and more frequent hospital visits by way of ambulance. But you know, I've been taking my medicine like I'm supposed to, so that's been keeping me, you know, from having any health complications. Alright, I'm out, man. Y'all boys be safe out there. You as well, Diesel. You as well. But yeah, man, that's pretty much what I got, man. Like I said, I really don't see no reason why I shouldn't buy this truck. I think that I can build. Jay, you ever played a lotto? Nah. I really think I can build something here at VL Trucking, man. Like I say, when I look at, you know, not to get too ahead of myself, man, when I see cats who have built fleets through mega carrier. What is that? What is this? Hold on right quick, y'all. Survey. I'm sorry. Come back. I'm saying, like, I've seen, like, you got people who have built fleets of all sizes through mega carriers, and it's like, if they can do that, making what they make at, you know, because let's just be honest, I'm making more than majority of the mega carrier leases, but if they can do that there, why wouldn't I be able to do something similar at VL? I'm not saying that that's what I'm gonna do, not saying that's what I'm not gonna do, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? That's definitely something I've been thinking about and been peeping, like looking at what a lot of people have been doing. Again, it's not about money for me. I don't need to make the most money, honestly. You know, my monthly expenses, if I'm being 100% honest, my monthly expenses before rent is like $1,100. $1,100. You throw my rent in there. My rent is like $1,499, $1,500. So that's what, $2,600. $2,600. So you throw electric in there. We're gonna be in a 3-bedroom, 1-story apartment. So let's say the electric is $100. So that's $2,700. $2,700. We just signed up for internet and cable today. That's like another $100. So that's $2,800. So we sitting at $2,800 a month for all of our personal expenses, because I didn't include my budget for me for food and stuff, but that's going to be included in my business money. So $2,800 as of right now, and we plan on being in this apartment for the next 5 years. So as long as I can maintain that $2,800 requirement for living expenses at home for the next 5 years, that leaves me a lot of space to put the rest of that money into the business to grow the business. You know, maybe I, you know, get 1 truck, 2 trucks, 3 trucks, you know, who knows? You know, I don't know. You know, I'm just saying, man. Again, just the fact that the opportunity is there, it just means everything to me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I always said it. After I left Swift, my thing was, I always said, if I could get another opportunity to lease a truck or have an opportunity similar to what I had at Swift and controlling my situation, leasing, making that type of money, that I would not take advantage of it. I would take advantage of it, and I would not waste it. And here I am, God willing, in a better situation, leasing and making more money than I was at Swift. And I'm gonna hold firm on my promise to not fuck this up. You know what I mean? So I'm just grateful, man. Like, I'm just grateful, because I know that, like I said before, man, so many people get opportunities and they squander them like I squandered it at Swift, and they don't get a second chance. And here I am with this second chance to really do something. And, you know, people are going to have their opinions on how I should do it and You know, you should go here, you should do that, and that's fine, man. You know, I'm sure McDonald's business plan ain't the same as Walmart's, but they both successful. Chick-fil-A plan probably ain't the same as Taco Bell, but they both successful. You know what I mean? And that's just the way I look at trucking. All of our business plans are different, but the objective is the same. We all trying to just maximize profit and build something. You know what I mean? So as long as my shit ain't affecting you and vice versa, you know, it's really nothing to really talk about, man. We just arguing over how we both successful and how we got to be successful. And I'm just not going to continue that trend. I think that's corny. I think it's stupid. I think it was a waste of time and energy, honestly. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to keep participating in that. So if you don't like my lease, if you don't like, you know, that I'm overpaying for this truck, if you don't like that, you know, I'm a flip-flopper, hey, man, that's cool, bro. Guess what? You got to live with it because ain't nothing going to change. I'm going to keep doing what I'm going to do. Besides the flip-flopping part. I'm definitely here to stay for a while. At VL. Why they keep opening and closing my shit keep turning red and green, red and green. You've been in a lot of dimensions of trucking that makes you more conscious moving through. Again, that's a fact. Push your idea, money will come. It's all programs to stimulate. Yeah, waste of time is right. Yeah, it's definitely a waste of time, man. We're arguing over who, you know, like whatever, man. It's like LeBron arguing with Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like, for what? Like, it's not even what we're doing. Don't even intertwine. You know, and that's just trucking to me, man. Like, a lot of people arguing about a lot of nothing. A lot of people just saying a bunch of nothing, and it's YouTube. Some people don't have the intellect and the creative gene to come up with content that's compelling without stirring the pot. And I'm just, you know, I feel like I'm blessed to where I don't have to do that. I can come up here and just talk, whether it's about my situation or what I plan on doing or what I've done or whatever, and I can, you know, hold a conversation and hold an audience for a long period of time without having to be shady or negative or none of that bullshit. Some people don't have that gift, man. Some people just, you know, they've built their YouTube off thrashing others or speaking on others or trolling others, and that's fine, you know. But again, I'm not gonna give it no energy. You know, there's people still making videos about me, trolling me, and all that type of shit. Hey, man, have a blast. Have a blast, man. Y'all might even like the video now, because I'm just such in a different space, man. Again, that's what I talked about earlier in the other live feed, man. I'm just in such a different zone with this lease and this business, because it's just, you know, it's just putting me in a place where it's just like, yo, like, all this is on you, you know. And some people crack under pressure. I think pressure makes me better. I do, you know. I think it makes me better, even if I don't always succeed. You know, that's the thing. People think that, oh, you know, because you failed, like, that's it. Nah, failure makes you better. You don't, you know what I mean? You just don't wake up and get it. You know what I'm saying? You just don't wake up and you're where you at. Yeah, trial and error. Trial by fire. You know what I mean? So, and that's just what I've been going through, and I'm cool. I appreciate that shit. You know what I mean? So, that's just, you know, that's just how I look at things now, man. I'm, you know. But that's all I got for y'all tonight, man. They taking all day to unload me. I think I'm about to lay down and take a nap until they finish, and then I'm gonna head on to the crib. I'm gonna do a 34, and then I'm gonna head out Sunday. I don't know when I'm gonna head out Sunday. Maybe Sunday afternoon. Like I said, that load only going like 4.5 hours, so yeah, I'll probably leave out in the afternoon. I want to watch that Ravens game. We play the Texans on Sunday, and then after that we play the Chiefs that Monday, and I'll be home for that. Ooh, in my new spot. That's a hell of a way to break in a new spot, watching Chiefs versus Ravens Monday night, a week from Monday. I can't wait. But I appreciate all 44 y'all being in here this late with me, man. Y'all the truth, man. Y'all the goops, man, for real. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit the bell so that you can be the first one in here next time I do a live feed. And as you guys see, man, I'm trying to do more and more live feeds, man. I like the interaction more these days with talking to the people versus just throwing up a video. So I might try to keep that trend going with more live feeds weekly and things to that nature. And yeah, man, y'all already know what it is. As always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God, family, trucking. And remember, man, every day is another step closer to where you want to be in life. So keep pushing. Because you already know I am, man. I'm gone.